So guys, we have done that day. We have also prepared a mark card, and also I remember I gave you a small task to add the 5 names and do that. So let's brush up again all these things. Here I have a small mark card. 5 students are given information that these are the name of a student. Suppose I just gave some names and subjects marks are given. There are 4 subjects. One student is absent, one student is debarred. Now, first is I have to sum. Now, he has appeared for 4 subjects. What is the total? We have done already, but let's do it again. So, I said that day, if you are adding the results, you have to do like this. The formula in Excel starts with is equal to sign. And I hope nobody will be knowing this, that formula in Excel also starts with plus sign. So we can start the formula in Excel using plus sign or is equal to sign. But
Ma'am,
yeah.
sorry for interruption. Actually, I'm just sharing my screen. Can you please check why it's not highlighting? I'm unable to edit something.
So there must be on the taskbar, or sorry, on the title bar, there must be a yellow button saying enable editing. Have you done that? There must be an option enable editing. You have to click that button.
Okay.
Whenever you open a sheet,
Yes.
Just near to it here, there must be showing option of enable editing.
Just show me again.
There must be a button. I mean, there must be a yellow line coming up that enable editing showing. You have to click that enable editing. It is not showing at my screen, but it must be showing in your screen.
No, yellow button is not showing for me.
Sure. What is your name?
Kajal.
Kajal.
Yes.
Okay. Let me give you access. Show your screen.
Yeah.
Hurry up, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I got it. I got it now. Okay. Now I'm able to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry for.
So, guys, I was telling you that in formula in Excel starts with either is equal to sign or plus sign. You can start anything with the formula, but generally you have seen that it is start with equal to sign. Okay. Now that day I told you, you can do, just listen 2 minutes for me. To me, that suppose I want to add these 3, right? If I write 34 plus 45 plus 33 plus 32. If I manually type the values, it will show me the sum, that what is the total result, that he scored 144. The only problem is in using this constant value is that if I change, suppose I change this marks from 34 to 40. So just you will see that 144 remains 144. And it is taking which marks? 34 only. But his marks has been changed to 40 now. Maybe because he has given some rechecking. So look at here. That means whenever you are in Excel, if you are writing any formula, you have to, from today onwards, you have to practice with the cell address. Please do not give the constant values like this. The limitation, the problem is that you will get the result, but only limitation is that whenever there is a change in the records, it will not affect the results. So instead of, so we should not be doing this method. We should always follow this method, that this cell address should be used as a reference. This one, like this. So I'm getting 150. Now, if I change to 50, automatically my results will be changing because I have taken the cell reference, and whatever there will be in the cell reference, it will take that. And also that day I discussed with you, when you use this manual method of addition and you drag the formula like this, you will see some error here. Here and here. We have discussed that day that if you used, this is formula or this is function. That day I told you. Is this a formula or a function?
Formula.
Yeah, this is formula because you have manually written that. There is no name of the function given. Okay. There is no name of the function given. This is formula. If you are writing a formula, so then it will not, in this case, absent is there. After answering, please mute yourself. Now, C5 plus D5 plus E5 plus F5. Now, it is actually in C5, I have absent. This will not ignore the text word. It may be text, it may be alphanumeric, it may be any other special character. So, this method is also not recommended. Why so? Because when the student is absent, it is not, instead of not giving me the result of these three values, it is giving me an error. So that method is also not recommended. And this is called formula. We generally use a function. We have to use a function. And what is the formula of function? That day I discussed with you, I have to write is equal to sum bracket start. Now, what is written in the bracket? Whenever you see n after the function and after this simple bracket, something is written, number 1, comma number 2, comma number 3, dot, 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 dot. This is called syntax. This is called syntax. When you see anything written in the bracket inside the function is called syntax. So when I talk about what is the syntax of some function, syntax of some function says that number 1, comma number 2, comma dot, 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 dot. So what is my numbers? I have these numbers. I can directly take a number like this. I do not need to do like this C3, comma D3, comma. I can do this way also, but it is a long method. So I will be using this method straight away. Now, what is this called? C3 colon F3. It means that from C3 to F3, whenever you see in Excel from today onwards, okay, if you see something in a colon, if colon is written, suppose I write C3 colon F3, it means this is called range. Whenever you see anything in colon, colon means from here to here. It is called range in Excel. And what is range? Range is nothing but group of cells. Range is nothing but group of cells. If I ask you that you have to tell me that how many cells are involved from C3 to F3, can you just tell me? From C3 to F3, like I have written any function here. Look at here. If I write is equal to sum bracket start, and I'm saying C3 to F3. How many cells are involved?
4.
Four.
One cell.
One nahi beta. One is C3. Second,
Ma'am,
C3.
four cells are.
4 cells are involved. And this is also called
Syntax.
syntax is inside the bracket, but this is what is
Range.
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 You have to always remember that from C3 to F3, it is called range in Excel. Okay? And that day also I told you that if you have to only write a formula in one cell and you have to drag the formula in the another cells, you have to refer this formula in the another cell. And this is the example of function, not formula. And what is my name of a function? That is sum function. And I have used 4 cells to add this. And this is called range. And inside the bracket, yes, this is also known as syntax. Number 1, comma, number 2. And Excel is, please remember this, that Excel is not a case sensitive language. It means that not a case sensitive means that if I write capital sum or whether I write small sum, I will not get any change in the answer. Answer will remain same. Whether I write capital sum, small sum, or whether I mix. It is not a language of case sensitive. Few languages are case sensitive. So case sensitive means capital and uppercase matters. But in this language, there is no such difference. Whether you write, even if I write small c3 cell address and one is capital F3, it does not matter. That is why it is called not a case sensitive. Another thing, this function is also a dynamic. It means if I have changed from 50 to 80, this value, I will get the result change because I have not used constant 80. I have used cell address. That means it is purely dynamic. If I change any result, it will automatically give me the changes. So I hope this is clear to you. And this is actually, I have done sum function. And that day I told you 2 more things. You have to write formula only once. As I said, there are 3 ways to copy the formula in the blank cells. One is you drag the formula like this. Second method, you left double click. Left double click. कहाँ पर double click करोगे? Left double click. Fill handle को. ठीक है? Fill handle. Third option, from the center, select like this. From the center, you select the cells. And you have to press Ctrl D. D for Denmark. To copy the formula in the blank cells. So there are 3 ways to copy the formula. I prefer this one. I just click here and left double click. It is shortest. I just see that formula is being copied here. This is the formula of sum function. I hope you have done it in your sheet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next. There is one more thing that is called auto sum. I'm just writing, I'm doing it here, auto sum. What is auto sum? Look at here. I'm not doing this method. I'm now doing the sum, but using the auto sum, which is the fastest method to do sum. This auto sum you will find here also. In the home tab, in the summation sign, inside the home tab, under the summation sign, you will find 4-5 functions are given. Sum, average, count, max, and min, and more functions. Okay. Now, when I go here and use auto sum, this one, automatically it will apply the sum function and it will add the results like this. Let me do it again for you. I want result here in the cell G3. I want output here. So what I will do, I will click here, I will go here and just press the button. Automatically it will take the sum like this and press enter. And then left double click to drag the formula. Here I don't need to even write the formula. It has automatically taken the auto sum like this. Suppose I click here, I go here and I use this method. What happened? Automatically it is taking the, what it is taking? Average.
Average.
So you don't need to type. But only few functions work from this, not all the functions. That you have to make sure. So instead of average, just do it sum. Now there is a shortcut key. What is the shortcut key? Look at here. If I mouse to the sum, what is the shortcut key written? Alt plus equal to. Look at here. This is the shortcut key of auto sum. So from my keyboard, if I write Alt button, press the Alt button with plus and equal to sign, this will automatically come. This is the another method of auto sum. I just press this shortcut key, this one. This one, Alt plus equal to. Then after doing this, all these methods, it is up to you. How do you want to do that? Now, next was a percentage. Suppose each subject carries 50 marks as a maximum marks. Achha, somebody scored 80. Let me put again 40 here. Suppose each subject carries 50 marks, maximum marks. So I scored 150 marks out of 200. So how I will calculate the percentage? We have already done that day. Is equal to, how I will calculate percentage? Is equal to this
Obtained marks divided by 2
divided by
into 100.
200.
and
Into
then
100.
2, then into 100.
100.
Look at here. Now there is a problem in this. What is the problem? Like if I do into 100, I might get this result. I done the right formula that I have scored 150 marks divided by 200 into 100, but I am getting this because I have used, look at me, I have used percentage as a formatting. This option is called number formatting. Please mute yourself. If you are speaking, it is good. But after speaking, please mute yourself so that others cannot disturb. Now, if you do this like this, I said this is called number formatting in Excel, this option. When you go here and choose journal, okay, you click here and choose journal. What will happen? Then in this case, this formula will work. Because if you have selected this option journal, it is fine. But if you are doing into 100 here and also doing percentage here, then you will get this result. So I told you that day, if you are choosing percentage, because percentage meaning into 100, percentage meaning is only into 100. If you are doing percentage from the top, if you are choosing percentage from here, then you do not need to do into 100 like this. then you have to just do like this. Okay. Then choose percentage from the top and drag the formula.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I have one doubt. Why are we dividing total marks? Total marks divided by 200.
Because how to calculate a percentage? He scored 150 marks. Okay.
Uh-huh.
If he has scored 150 marks and out of how many? What is the formula of percentage? Marks obtained. What is the
Total
formula?
marks, total marks divided by.
Total marks means marks obtained.
Mhm.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Then divided by total marks or maximum marks, you can say.
Okay.
This is the formula.
Yes,
Into
ma'am.
100. Generally, we do like this in the notebook.
Yes, ma'am.
So what I'm saying, if you are right, how much he scored? 150
Yes, ma'am.
out of 200. Yes, out of 200, no?
Yes, ma'am.
There are 4 subjects. 50, 50, 50, 50. Okay. So I said he scored G3 marks. G3 means 150
150.
divided by 200. Okay. And what is the
Yes, ma'am.
advantage? What is the advantage that in like I said, if you are doing into 100 here, then you have to choose what? General from there.
General formula.
But if you are not using into 100 here, then you can choose percentage from it to get the answer in percentage. And in your company, suppose they say calculate results in 2 decimal place. So this is the option. This is called increasing and decreasing decimals. Like it. And this option is called, all these options is called number formatting. क्या बोलते हैं इसको बेटा?
Number formatting.
Number formatting. Another thing. What is the benefit of here? Like look at here. I said G3. Suppose this child result is totally changed. If this is 45, 49, 39, results are changed. So the total is changed. If the total is changed, percentage is also changed. Because it is totally, I'm taking cell address G3 and G3 is having cell address. If you could have used a constant value, then the result would not have been changed. So have you done? Then go here and write down maximum total, minimum total, average, second highest, third lowest. Write down this. Now, what is the highest total? By looking at the range, which is the highest value?
175.
175. I can easily see that 175 is the highest. But suppose this is 1 lakh records. It is very difficult to find from 1 lakh. Yes? So what will you do? You will write the function. So what is the function? Is equal to, what is the function? is equal to
Max.
now you will choose the range. It will tell you what? The maximum value from this range. And this is 175. What is the beauty of this? The beauty is that if you suppose instead of this, suppose his marks has been changed. Now, which is the highest? 194. It is showing 194 because I have used cell reference. Then guess for minimum. What will I write? Minimum?
Minimum F minimum म्हणजे
And range.
G3 G7
Right. So minimum is 70. This is minimum. Okay. Then average. Sometimes people get confused, in average. Some people write like this formula AVG. There is no AVG such formula in Excel. We have to write completely average. Like this. So after average, what I have to do? Same. Generally, what is the formula of average? If I ask you, if you have to do the average of these results, what is the formula? If you do in copy. How do you calculate average?
Ma'am, could this be like the total marks obtained,
Very
like
good.
total for all the students divided by 200 multiplied by how many students we have?
No. Suppose I want to find out the average of these results.
Yes, ma'am. So that will be 194 plus all these results
Right.
divided by 5 students. Like we have 5 students now.
Very good.
Sum of the marks and number of
Sum of observations divided by number of observations. And this is also average is also called what? Mean. What is the average called?
mean.
Mean. And how do you calculate mean? Sum of observations divided by
Number of observations.
Number of observations.
She's right that you have to first add all these results divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you have to add all the values and divide it by 5. So we don't need to do that in Excel. We can simply, there's a function of mean also, but I will do like this, average. Simply. And it will automatically do all these what I am talking about. Sum of average observation divided by number. It will automatically take that. Now I have to just write the formula name. It will automatically take average.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Again, please repeat again how to calculate average.
Simple formula. It's only the simple formula is, the formula name is average. I was talking about that how do you calculate generally average. Average का meaning होता है बेटा mean. Mean कैसे निकालते हो? Observation divided by तो जो हम बोल रहे हैं sum of observation divided by number of observation वो हम average formula से निकाल रहे हैं.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Then next, interesting. Which is the second highest? It is written second highest value. Which is the second highest value?
157.
175.
175.
175 is the second highest value. Now, what formula should I use? If I use max, it will give me what? Highest value. I don't need to write this max. Okay? I will be using a function called, which function?
Large.
Large function. Now, please see the syntax. Now, as I said, what is the meaning of syntax? Syntax means whatever given in the simple brackets. Now, in the simple bracket of the function large, saying that array comma k. What is array? Array is nothing but range. Array is nothing but
Range.
now, beta, where is your array? From which range you have to find out the second highest? From this range. This is my array. Array is nothing but group of cells or range. So this is my array, comma. Just guess which highest I have to find out. Second.
Second.
What should I type in the k instead of k?
2.
Just look at the bottom. I mean, when you press comma, what is get highlighted? The syntax. K is highlighted. So if k is highlighted, it means I have to give the value for k. So if I write 2 and I press enter, what it will show me? It will show me second highest. If I write 3 here, then
Third highest number.
and if I write 4, fourth highest. If I write 5, fifth highest. Isn't it? If I write 10, any sense?
No.
Out of 4 values, you are finding what?
10th.
What it will give you?
Not so.
Error. It will give you error. Clear now? So guess for the third lowest. Which is the third lowest now? Without third lowest.
71. No. Third lowest is
Third lowest.
157.
157.
Let's see. The function is called small. Now just select the array, comma. What should I type? Yes.
Row number.
Third.
Cell number.
No. Third lowest. K. K means
Third.
K
Third,
means
ma'am.
not the cell address. What it is the meaning? What is the meaning of this? Its meaning is this: from this array, this is also called array or range. From this array, tell me the third small value. So what is the third small? You only told me.
157. 157.
There is a shortcut key, Alt button with this sign. Tilt. इसको बोलते हैं tilt. Alt with tilt. It is used, press Alt with tilt. Not Alt with tilt, sorry. Control with tilt. If you press Control with tilt, I have written Alt, sorry. I will just change.
Ma'am, can you please repeat it again?
1 second, my system is hanging. 1 second. Now, if you just press Control with tilt, 1 second. I have written Alt for you. CTRL. I am telling you, I was telling you, press Control button from your keyboard and the tilt sign, which is just below the escape button from your keyboard. If I press Control with tilt, you know what will happen? It will show you the formulas applied in your current sheet in the entire sheet. You are able to see that wherever the formulas are being applied. So by pressing the control with tilt button, I am able to show you that, okay, these are the formulas applied. Basically, if I give you some sheet in the company, suppose you have joined a company and somebody left the organization and the work of that person is handed over to you. And the formulas were already being applied, you have to work further. It is not mandatory that you will be starting from the scratch blank sheet. So if you want to see that wherever the formulas are applied in the sheet, you can check with this shortcut key, that control with tilt button, to see wherever the cells are having the formula and wherever it is not. Like I've applied the formulas in all these cells. But if you look at here, I have not applied any formula here. So it is not showing. If you press again control with tilt, it will come in normal mode. So make sure that after writing these, after doing this, you have to press control with tilt button again to come back in the normal view. Okay. Have you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now go to the new sheet, the next sheet, which is called referencing. Now in Excel, we are having 3 types of referencing. I have written it for you, absolute, mixed, and relative. 3 types of referencing in Excel. Absolute, mixed, and relative. I have written something for you, that absolute referencing, we are using $2 sign. Mixed referencing, we used $1 sign. And what is that? I will just tell you. And relative referencing, no dollar sign. There's no dollar sign required. No dollar sign used. Now, what is that? Look at here. Please come down to the sheet over this address, this formula. I'm going to first solve this sheet, small sheet, this one. This is alignment. You can bring it center aligned like this. In Excel, we have 6 types of alignments. If you see Word file or PowerPoint, you will find there are 4 types of alignment. But in Excel and in Excel, you have 6 types of alignment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can mouse over and see this is middle align and this is center. Okay. Now, units sold as given and price per unit is given to me. Suppose this is a small case study. Number of units sold is given 20 and price per unit is 100 rupees. So what would be the formula to calculate final price based on this given data?
Unit into price.
So you will write is equal to units multiplied
Price. B14.
I hope this is easy and everybody's understanding that units multiply the price will give you total price. So total price is 2000 rupees. Now, I'm pressing control with the tilt button to show you something. I want to show you something. What? I have written the formula here and I've dragged the formula here like this.
आप लोगों से कह रहे हैं
Now, I have written the formula here in one cell and drag the formula in the below cells. Now that day I told you in the first class, if I drag the formula downwards, what will you find the change? Look at this here. What is changing and what is not changing?
Row number changing, column number not changing.
Very good. Row number is changing, column number is not changing. Because you were standing here earlier, here. When you are standing on the ladder and you are coming down from the ladder, from here, then you are going down. So what is happening? You are standing on the same block, same column or same block, same row, but you are going down. But if I talk about in terms of Excel sheet layout, if you are standing here and you are coming down, so if you are standing in the row number 14, you jump to the row number 15, so that means the row number is changing and column number will not change. So this is by default. Whenever this is very important concept, always you have to remember. When you are writing a formula and you're dragging the formula, you will always find row number will change. And if you drag the formula horizontally like this, then you will see, I will show you that also. You will see column will change instead of row. Because in that case, you are in the same row and you are moving from left to right. Here you are moving from down to bottom. That's why it is changing like this. Okay. Now, when you are not, see, here I am just going down and applying the formula and I'm referring this formula. I've referred this formula in the new blank cells and it has referred the formula. So actually what is happening? First of all, it was multiplying these two values. In the next cell, automatically this is multiplied. This is the property of Excel. And this is the example of relative referencing. Now I'll tell you what. Now I have done this. Now next is that I have to find out there's a tax rate given. That is 7.5 is the tax. Suppose the product is going somewhere from A place to the B place. And there's a tax is being applied. Like you see that we have taxes are there and taxes, maybe traveling tax or some other taxes are given or are allocated on the price. I have to pay this and this. So what is the final price after putting this tax? So what could be the formula? If I want to calculate what is the price after tax, what will you do?
Final price minus
Final
tax
price.
rate.
Final price, okay. You are adding, you are not giving discount. Some tax is
Input.
added. Okay, some tax is added to the
Into
Final
7.5.
price.
So what you are saying, ma'am, C4 multiplied? C4 multiplied this one?
Date
C4.
column.
No,
Okay.
no.
If I do 2000 into 7.5, then what is the amount it will show me? It will show me the tax amount.
Tax.
So if I show here, what is it showing?
It's
150.
It should be added.
150 rupees is the tax amount
Tax amount
Hmm.
plus,
2000.
shall I write 2000?
No.
C14.
C14. C14.
2000 plus 750%. 7.50%.
Now is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
please explain again. Tax.
I said it was very simple example. I just took there's a price 2000 rupees. Suppose you are sending some products from A destination to B destination, and there's a tax. Suppose there's a service tax, toll tax, whatever tax is given. So the amount is 2000. No, top list. So there is a tax given. The price is 2000 rupees. And if you have to pay 7.50% tax on this amount, so I asked you what is the amount after tax? After adding the tax, what will be the final price you have to pay? So we are calculating that. We are saying
Final price plus
amount.
7.50%.
This is the amount into what is the percentage?
7.50
Huh.
D12.
7.50. So what 7.50% means what? How much amount? So 150. 150. So I have to pay the tax. But what is the actual payment I have to do? I have to
C14.
This
Final price plus tax.
final price and the tax. Okay. Yeah. Suppose
Yeah,
you are-
ma'am.
okay. So then you
Yeah.
are
Thanks.
just saying this. Now see the problem in this. If
Excuse
you
me, ma'am.
look here and you drag the formula, what is happening? And press Control Tilt. What is the wrong thing I have done? What is the problem with this?
Ma'am, it is showing like it should be D12 and it should be absolute. Every time you have to take, every time we have to take the tax. Instead of that, it's showing D13 and D14.
Look
which
at the
is not
formula.
correct.
You have to see the formula. C14 into D12 plus C14. This is fine. We know that. Next time, this is which cell address? C15.
C15, that's what.
C15 into.
So
What is
instead of D12, it is showing D13. So that is
because
wrong.
we are going down. We are going down, and it should show D12 should change to D13, isn't it?
Mhm.
In
But
Excel, when we drag the formula, what happens? As somebody rightly said just before, that ma'am, cell address changes, the row number changes.
So instead of D12, we should manually write 7.50.
So you have to think everybody, what about others?
Move to percentage.
We need to lock the.
So now the concept of freezing comes or referencing comes. Now actually what happens? C14 is what is only wrong is in this cell address only, but which part is wrong? Rest everything is okay.
Row number.
Now which one? Which one?
D13 and D14 is wrong.
Only the error part is C15 is okay now. C15, this one. This is C15.
Yes, ma'am, it is okay.
C16, this is C16.
Yes.
Only problem is D12. Actually, the tax is given in D12. And in this case, I have T12, this is fine. When I'm coming down, when I've dragged the formula from here to here, naturally D12 will change to D13. But I do not want that D12 to be changed. I do not want that. That D12 should change. I want that D12 should remain D12. And here also. And rest everything is okay. So for that, what I have to do in Excel, I will select the D12. Okay. And I will press function key with F4. This is called freezing. And this is shortcut key to putting the $sign, that is called F4. Now, if you are using desktop, you can use F4. If you are using laptop, then please use function with F4. And when you are using function key with F4, you will see the $sign will be applied. The benefit of $sign is that, look at here, when you see the formula, Putting dollar sign means what? Look at here and tell me.
Means freezing means we have to make it absolute.
We are freezing it. We are making it absolute. We are saying that this should not be changed.
Changed.
Has everybody understood? That putting the dollar sign is happening what? Is doing what?
No, ma'am, I'm not understood.
So
Why it's dollar sign?
I'll tell you. See, in D12 beta, when I was not putting dollar sign, D12 was becoming what? D13. And D13 was becoming what? D14. But after putting dollar sign, please look at the formula again. D12 is D12 everywhere. It has not changed from D12 to D13. But look at other cells. C14 has changed to C15. But D12 has not changed to D13. Why? Because I have freezed it. And why there is a requirement of freezing? Because I always have to multiply C14 with D12 because tax is given in D12. And in D13, nothing is given. D13 and D14 is not, I don't need to use that. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Please do it, everybody. So this is when you are using dollar sign, you are making this as absolute. You are making this as an absolute. And this is the example of how many signs, dollar signs you have used? $2 sign. This is the example of absolute referencing. When you need to do freeze something, then that is the example of referencing, absolute referencing. But please look at here. Do you need the freezing here in this area? No. Look at here.
Ma'am.
It is not mandatory that you need everywhere freezing. I do not need freezing here. So there was no requirement of absolute freezing something. No dollar sign required. So this is the example of relative referencing because I'm not freezing anything. When you are not freezing anything, that is example of relative referencing. And when you are freezing the things, then it is an absolute reference. Any doubt, please ask. This is your right to ask. Sitting idle is not your duty.
Ma'am, if we apply the dollar sign or we freeze for the relative one, then we'll get a wrong answer, right?
Bilkul.
Okay.
Because if you put a dollar in B14, what will happen? It will
It
always
multiply always with B14.
Yes.
Okay.
In every case, you do not need to multiply same thing, no? You have to see the case first.
Like
Now,
what answer we are looking for, depending on that, we have to apply the referencing.
Bilkul.
Okay.
Ma'am, how to freeze?
There are two ways to freeze. One is, look at here. One is the longer method. In the longer method, what you have to do? You have to first click here with the mouse and shift with the dollar sign like this. Shift and dollar sign. Then you will go here, shift with dollar sign. This is the longer method. Means 2 times आपको dollar लगाना होगा. The another method is that you select the D12 like this and press function with F4 key. Function with F4. F4 कहाँ है? F4. Okay? Function key with F4 sign. There's a function 4 key, na?
Madam, come again.
Press function. Are you using keyboard or a desktop or a laptop? Tell me.
Laptop, ma'am.
Laptop. So there is a function button. Yes, there's a function button.
Yes, ma'am.
Function with F4. So basically,
Okay.
function key with F4.
Okay.
Is it working?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if you have really understood,
Ma'am, one thing, ma'am, and if you're using a desktop,
if we are, then only F4.
okay,
I mean, in that case, a function key is not required. Simple press F4.
okay.
Acha, okay. Now, if you have really understood, so let me give you some tasks. Look at here. Do you know tables? You will say, ma'am, what are you asking? Yes, I'm asking a very simple question. Do you know table? Table of 10?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
What is 10 was the?
What?
10 was the 10?
10.
Then how do you say in a school? I don't know where you are from. We generally used to say 10 was the 10, or there's
Yes,
some other
yes.
way. Is there some other way you have learned?
No, it's same.
10 was the 10, 10 to the 30, 10 to the 30, isn't it?
30, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
आपको एक formula बता. You have to write a formula here that in such a way you have to write the formula only in this cell here, green cell, not other cell. You have to just drag the formula like this. From you have to drag formula here as well as downwards. Okay. So, and we have to write only formula once and it should show 10 here. What should show here? What should show here? Table. This is a table. Understood?
Yeah.
So you have to tell me. I'm waiting for you. I hope everybody agrees with me that if I directly use like this, will this work?
Ma'am, how to use shortcut key?
Will this work? A7 into B6.
Formula, na, ma'am?
What?
Use the formula, na? A7 into B6.
Huh? What? I'm saying if you multiply A7 into B6, is this okay? Is this formula okay?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Because
We need to put a dollar before A.
yes, if I drag the formula here, it is showing 10 to the 20, 10 to the 60, and 10 4 to the 40.
No, wrong.
Look at
No,
here.
ma'am.
So that means somebody has put it in the chat box. See that? But only Amit has run right. Siddhi has done wrong. What should I write? So I have to freeze something. But if I freeze B6 or I tell me what should I do?
Actually,
$6
What?
before a dollar. Dollar A7 into
$8.
$6.
Okay. Then what should I do?
$6.
We have to freeze
B.
first value
How
only.
many of you
Then-
agree with me?
No. It's not
How
like
many
that.
of you agree with me?
Ma'am.
We have to freeze first value only and then should multiply it by 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see with this formula. Saying A is freezing A, I mean column A and the row number 6. So let me drag like this first. Is it right? This is fine.
No,
Let's like this. Is it fine?
no, wrong. This is
wrong.
Yeah,
it
yes,
is okay.
it's right.
It's okay, ma'am. It's right.
Is it right? Clap for you. Virtual clap.
No. 2 2s are 40.
Wrong.
8 30. No, ma'am. Correct. Right.
So then how many of you have not understood this? That this is the example of mixed referencing. How many dollars you have used at a time in one cell address? $1. $1, no? In this cell address, how many dollar? One.
$1.
Here also you have used $1. But look at
Yeah.
here. But look at here. How many dollars you have used?
$2.
That is example of absolute. But in case of mixed, you have used only $1. In one cell address. I'm not talking about complete formula. In one cell address, how many dollar? $1. Okay. How many of you have not understood?
Ma'am, can you please explain this again?
Yes. See, beta. Actually, look at here. See, when if I'm writing any formula and I'm dragging downwards, actually just first find out manually. If you want to multiply here, it should show 10 ones are 10 here, then 20 ones are 20, 30 ones are 20, 30. If I'm writing any formula here for this cell and this cell, 10 is A7, this is B1, sorry, B6. Then A8, B6. Actually, this is changing for this results. This is changing, but what is fixed? What is fixed?
Column name.
1.
1 is fixed. And what is 1? That is B.
B6.
Now, see, I have written one formula here, A7 into B6. Now, if I do not put a dollar sign here, look at here, if I do not put dollar sign, okay. And if I drag the formula, what will happen? A7 will become A8. Naturally, A7 will become what? A8 and A8 will become A9. That means I actually am multiplying 10 ones are 10. This is fine. But look at here. A8 having 20 and what is in B7? What is B7? I want to
10.
multiply 20 ones are
10.
and in B7 it is I am having 10. So it will do what? 20 into
20
10.
into 10.
but I don't want that. And if I freeze both here like this, then what will happen? A7 multiply B6, A8 multiply, like if I do like this, any problem in this case, in particular in this column? No? A7 multiply B6. That means 10 ones are
10.
then A8 multiply B6. 20 ones are
20.
20 only.
A9 multiply B6. 30 ones are
30.
30.
what is the problem? In this case, it is fine. Isn't it? But
Yes.
if you drag the formula like this horizontally, now what will happen? Now in
It
this
will
case,
just multiply with 1.
now A7 should multiply with C6 now.
Correct.
But is it showing A7 with C6?
Hmm.
No.
So what
So
do
the
you have to do?
same answer it will drag.
So when you are dragging, look at here. So when you are dragging bottom on like this, top to bottom. In this case, as we know that when we drag from top to bottom, what gets changed generally? Row number changes, huh? So I do not want row number to be this row number. But when I'm dragging here, like this, so what should change generally? When I drag horizontally, column changes.
B, C, and then D.
Yes, ma'am. Column change.
See, look at here. B6 is changing to C6. C6 is becoming D2.
B,
Why
C,
A7
D.
is not changing to B7? Because I have freezed A. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
So this was the example of mixed referencing. Generally, we use absolute. We use only two methods, either absolute or relative. Sometimes we do not put a dollar and sometimes we put dollar in front of all. This is very rarely case we use. Generally, we put like this. This is required and a non-dollar. So shall I go to the next sheet? Now come to sheet number 10. You have to tell me the formula here. Okay, tell me. Product price is given, product cost is given to you, and some discount is. Suppose you went to the mall to buy some products. And product is costing rupees 5,000 rupees, and they are charging discount. They're giving discount of 5% rupees, a winter break. So what is the item? How much price you will get? You have to pay for the product. What is the formula you have to write? Tell
Ma'am,
me.
it would be product
B3.
cost minus product
B3?
cost multiplied by
B3 तो
5%.
है ही नहीं. B3 तो हम है ही B3 पे ना.
Ma'am, A3 minus A3 multiplied by
A3
D1 minus
minus
brackets A3 multiplied by D1.
oh sorry.
A3 into
minus
D.
brackets A3 multiplied by D1. Brackets as well. Okay.
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 How many of you have agree with her?
A3 into D1 minus A3.
Is this formula right or not? Just tell this me.
No, ma'am.
No.
A3 should come at the end. I think so.
Huh? A3, 5 multiply 6 or 6 multiply 5, any matters?
No.
No,
If you
no,
say 6 multiply 5 or 5 multiply 6, same now.
same.
What is the wrong in
Okay.
this one? Only
Ah,
one
we
thing.
need to put dollar.
Because if I drag the formula like this, get here.
A3 minus A2.
When I am coming to A4 minus A4 into D2. What is in D2?
D1.
What is D2?
D2, nothing.
Nothing. So
We need to
what
freeze the
is
D1.
D1 we have to freeze.
we put?
F4.
So now look at the beauty.
D dollar 1. A3 is like minus final price is final minus this is discount. Okay. Mama, I'm not understood.
What you have not understood, beta? If you want to find out in a notebook, suppose you have purchased one dress, okay, your party dress. It is 5,000 rupees. And they are giving a discount of 5%. Suppose they are giving you a discount of 10%. How much you will pay to the shopkeeper? 5,000, 10% is how much amount? If you are calculating is equal to 5,000 into 10%. What is the amount?
500.
500 is the discount, but how much you will pay to the customer? How much you will pay?
Oh, 5,000, ma'am.
You 4,500 you will pay to the customer, to the shopkeeper. So how will you calculate this amount minus the discount? Yes or no?
Okay.
What is the difficulty?
Ma'am, how to calculate discount? I don't understood.
What? How will you?
How to calculate the discount amount? Actually, 5,000 is product cost.
Huh.
Then why you write repeat A3 and is into D1?
See, suppose that's what I'm saying. If you go to the shop, you buy a product. There is a dress, you are purchasing your party dress. It is 5,000 rupees written on that sheet. And you
Okay.
ask for discount, that will give me some discount. So he's giving you 10% discount on 5,000.
Huh. Okay.
If they're giving you 10% discount on the product, so you will pay more price or less price to him?
Less price.
Less price. So I'm asking you,
Yeah.
after discount, what is the price you will pay to the shopkeeper?
4,500. Because 500 is a discount, na?
But that is a discount. So what is the amount? 4,500.
Ha. Yeah.
So how will you do? Actually, you are doing 5,000 minus how much?
500. Yeah.
Minus
500
But-
is equal to 400, 500.
not doing
4,000.
500. We are doing instead of 500, we are doing instead of this 500. What I am doing? I am minus and I am doing this multiply 10%. This I'm doing.
Okay. 5,000 minus 80 multiplied D1. Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Understood? So
Yeah.
instead of 5,000, what I am writing?
A3.
Yes.
Yeah, understood, ma'am.
Understood? And why
Thank
I
you,
am,
ma'am.
why
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
freezing, that you have understood? Now if I
D1 is a
drag the formula, it will show like this. There is no
yeah.
discount, but there's a discount. What is the problem? Look at here.
A4, A4, D2.
What is written here? D2.
Yeah.
What is in D2?
D2 is a final price. D1 is a discounted. And D2.
What is in D2? खाली है ना वो? Is
Yes,
D2?
yes, ma'am.
This is what?
Huh.
See, I'm just coloring D2. This is what? Cell address D2, na?
Huh, ma'am.
This is cell address D3. This is cell
Empty.
address
Huh.
empty. So actually what? Nothing is calculating. Isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So D2 instead of D1, not a D2.
What?
D2 instead of wrote a D1, na ma'am? So use the correct formula.
Actually, yes. Actually, I want always D1.
Huh.
I don't want D2, D3, D4 should come like this. This is wrong.
Yeah, ma'am. Wrong formula. Yeah, I got
I
it.
want to freeze this.
Then
That it should always remain. It should always be what?
yeah, the same
D1.
formulas. Yeah. You are a freeze all cells. Okay. So $sign D $1. It's A4 is equal to A4. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Now, beta. How many of you are not? Understood, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the sheet about. So I'm closing this and saving this. Okay. So I'll just take a small topic and then we'll do it tomorrow.
Ma'am, this is uploaded in
I am just giving you, no, this is not uploaded anywhere. And
Yeah.
that the assignment they are giving you, that is different. This is a daily class sheets which I will be giving you daily to solve something. So right now
Okay,
I'm
ma'am.
solved sheet so that you can refer it. You can take this. Okay. Now I'll just tell you very small thing, then we'll discuss tomorrow on other things. Like few more small arithmetic operators in Excel. Suppose there is a sales given 2,000 rupees, 3,000. Okay. So now you have to, we have understood that how to do plus in Excel. We have to do use plus sign. For minus, we have to do minus sign. For division, we have to use slash sign. Okay. This one slash. And multiply, we will be using asterisk sign. Okay. So suppose now suppose I write 2,000. 1 second. This is a basic operators you should know. Like suppose sales is given and you have to suppose the sales of the next quarter. This is quarter 2 sales. This is quarter 1 sales given. Okay. And you have to do, suppose this is the data. Everybody understood that for doing plus, for doing sum, what we have to do? We have understood that we have to use this formula. For plus, we will be using this as an operator. Okay. For difference, we have understood. We have to do this. Cell address A2 minus B2. So for this is the difference. This is A2 minus B2. Okay. And for product, we have to do A2 multiply B2. We have understood that also. And for division, we have understood. We have to divide A2 divided by
B2.
So we have to remember this basic operators. One more thing. In Excel, suppose this is 3, this is suppose 4. Suppose you want to find out par. Okay. How will you calculate par? Is equal to, you have to calculate 2,000 to the par. So for the par, you have to use cap symbol. Where's the cap symbol? It is on the 6th number 6. And this one. This will help you to calculate the par. 2,000 to the par 3 will be this much. Suppose let me put small value. 20 to the par 3 will be 8,000. 3 to the power 4 will be, what is the meaning of par? 3 to the power 4. It means 3 is the meaning of
3 4 times.
3 4 times. 3 into 3 into 3 into, this is the meaning of 3 to the power 4. So same answer you will get it. So this is called cap symbol. Similarly, this is another formula in Excel for calculating the par. That is called is equal to par. Now, what is the syntax given? Number, comma, par. What is your number? What is your number?
A2, that is 20.
What is your par?
B2.
B2 is the par. 20 to the power B2. Same answer you will get.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is the formula of power. In Excel, you do not have any formula for difference. I mean, you do not have like this is equal to difference. Look at here. No difference. You have to use what? Minus sign. There is no formula for difference. Like do you have to do. So plus के लिए है, but difference के लिए नहीं है. Okay. Now product, you have the option for product. Like you multiply this product this, comma, this. This is there. Okay? Like this. Either you use asterisk sign or you use product formula. But for division also, look at here. Any formula, div? No, na?
No.
So, you have the formula for product, you have the formula for sum, but no formula for difference and division. And par I'll told you. Okay?